it's like I asked them, I was like, yo, please, are you guys playing with me? Like, don't play with me. I mean, if it's a joke, it's a good one. We're like, nah, like, and I was already, damn, in my 40s. So like, yeah, 7 years ago, I'm 47. So it's like, I could tell when people are like pulling my leg, and just playing around and playing games. But no, listen, I left LA for Las Vegas, and I was in Vegas for 2 months. They didn't know because we're not friends like that. These are guys that I saw every day because I always stop at the gas station to get whatever I need. It was right around the corner from my studio. So after work, I lived in my studio. Facts, that's what we do in LA, especially Studio City, North Hollywood, Burbank. We live in our studios, you know what I'm saying, in the valley. So on my way home to the studio, I always would stop at the gas station because, I had to get things to prepare for the evening, right? Priest, we got to get it in. So every night, every day, I had to stop there, get what I needed to enjoy my night. Every night is a festivity to Yahweh. But anyway, why would they have held it for months? They didn't even know if they were ever going to see me again. And what's crazy is I had a phone number because I was getting some party goods. I used to get some really good trippy party goods from one of their friends. I think he worked at the gas station too from time to time. But anyway, he also worked at the Ralph's over there on Laurel Canyon. So I had his number. I think he reached out to me or somehow we talked while I was in Vegas. And he had mentioned to me, he was like, yeah, these dudes, they've been looking for you. They have a picture that they wanted to gift to you. And I was like, no, what are you talking about? And, he told me what it was. And I was like, okay. Well. And I went back 2 months later because I didn't like Vegas. And they still had the picture. I hadn't talked to them. They still had the picture, like, on their phone. They were like, yo, yeah. And I was like, yo, where did you get this picture? And they told me it was from their family members in Mexico. And that the family members ran in the house first because they saw the lights. Oh, yeah, real quick. Another fun fact that I just remembered when I woke up is that they told me it was a funeral or, they had just buried their cousin that night. I went to bed and as I'm waking up, I'm remembering other things that I should mention in this video. So I edited in. But yeah, their cousin had just passed away that day. And I'm pretty sure he said that they didn't know that the gray was standing on the rooftop. They didn't take a picture of the gray. They were trying to get a picture of the lights, but they were afraid. They ran in, but then somebody ran back out and said F it and snapped the photograph. And later on is when they realized that there was a being underneath the lights. Yeah, so like why would they hold that picture for months and been looking for me just to play a joke on me? Like, and the thing is that I always talk to them about UFOs. They call them ovnis. I forget how they say it in Spanish. OVNI, OVNI, something like that. But I will always talk to them, and they would be like, yeah, you're right. I guess because in Mexico, they get a lot of sightings and stuff. So you see them in the sky, but you don't see beings. Like, show me how many pictures you have or you can find on the internet that are thorough of actual beings. There aren't many. You see crafts all the time, lights in the sky, but actual beings. So they knew that was for me. They had to give it to me. And I tear up just thinking about it, man. It's amazing. Praise Yahweh all day, every day. It was a message to let me know to keep going. Don't stop. Like, what are the chances? Seriously, what are the chances? How many of you have actual pictures of graves and that it landed in the hands of someone who's just kept talking to them all the time about it, and telling them to be ready to start seeing them more and more and more? There's no coincidence whatsoever. I actually don't believe in coincidences. This is what you have to consider. The beings are terrified of humans. The other beings, the ones that live under the earth, the ones that fly in the sky, if there's any that actually enter from the sky, most of them probably coming from underground, under the waters, and all that. So regardless, they stay away from humans. It's a fact. Everyone that knows about otherworldly beings or whatever you want to call them, extraterrestrial, something like you can't even call them extraterrestrial because a lot of them live here on the planet. So Anyhow, they're afraid of humans. Why? They're not supposed to interfere with us here anyway. Not like that, you know? So they're not really supposed to make contact with us. Why would this gray take the chance of getting that close to humans? Granted, he's a little cloaked, a little bit in the dark, but still, why would he take, or he or it or she, you know, why would this being take the chance to get shot or something? You know what I'm saying? Or to get stuff thrown at it? There's a message. Thank you, my friend, the gray.